Yo, what is up guys, it's Grizzly here, and today I thought I would share a Singed build which I've used quite recently. It's a lot of fun and it involves running really fast and basically a build that makes you really tanky while also being able to solo most meta champions. Okay, so first of all, you want to go Deathfire Touch in the offensive tree. You want to go the 18-0-12 mastery setup. This lets you deal a lot of damage, but it also makes you really tanky, and it makes it really hard for the opponents to kill you, especially early on. And once you've gotten your core tank items, you will be even more unkillable. As for runes, with this build, I tend to go a flat 26 AP rune page with AP glyphs and quintessences, but you could also go movement speed quints if you want to run even faster, but those are basically the alternatives. And then you could either go scaling HP yellows or you can go flat armored yellows. As for marks, you pretty much always want to go for magic penetration. As for the build, you pretty much always want to rush Righteous Glory. The reason for this is because the item is really core on Singed. It not only gives you the movement speed increase and also the AoE slow, but it also gives you a lot of efficient HP, because not only does it give 500 flat, but coupled with that it gives a lot of mana, which Singed passive converts that into HP, it's basically just an item that you can't skip on the champion, especially when you're going for this build. After the Righteous Glory, you want to go into Rock Portal. That gives you even more movement speed when you're near allied turrets, dead turrets, and structures in general, and even the Rot itself. But it also gives you MR and armor. So if you couple the insane HP that you get from Righteous Glory and the armor and magic resist that you get from Rock Portal, you're basically unkillable even at 2 items only. You also want to go into Swiftness Boots quite early. You could finish the Swiftness Boots after the first 2 core items, but if you have the correct gold when you base, you can pretty much finish it as your first item as well. After these 3 items, you basically want to go into Rylise most of the time. Rylise is a really good item on Singed, and it's pretty much even better after the changes. They basically reduce the cost of the item, but they lowered the stats, and they also reduce the slow on single targeted as well as AoE abilities. But since you mostly rely on your Q for the slow, which is a damage over time ability, and that part of Rylise did not get hit, it still slows by 20%, it's basically just better for Singed. It's worse once you hit 6 items because you will have lost a lot of HP and AP, but since you can finish the item so much faster and move into your other core items, it's basically just better for Singed now. After Rylise, you can go into either Liandry's, Deadman's Plate, or Guardian Angel. These are dependent on enemy team comps. If you're against a Fed AD carry, you can also go into Thornmail, or if you're against a Fed AP carry, you can go into Banshee's Veil. As for summoner spells, I would recommend, if you want to kill your opponent in lane, to go Ghost Ignite. This coupled with Singed Ultimate makes him move extremely fast, and since you have Rylise as well later on, you can slow them forever, and it's basically just a nuisance for them to deal with. If you want to split push and if you want to proxy specifically, you will have to go Ghost Teleport. As for what matchups you should play Singed into, I think he's really strong against most tanks, and he's also pretty good against even carries such as Riven or Yasuo. You will have to carry though during the early levels, because then they will be able to kill you quite easily, but once you get your core items, they basically can't kill you. They will force their jungler to come top and help them because you will push them in all the time and they can't really touch you, and since they are carry champions, they rely on getting fed and getting kills, but you'll just sit there, and once the jungler comes, you'll just basically run away and you won't be able to die. If you guys try this in your own games, be sure to leave a comment and tell me how it went. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, I would recommend you to subscribe to my channel, where I regularly upload League of Legends content, mostly guides, and if there's any specific champion you would like me to cover, you can also leave that in the comments below and I will be sure to respond, and maybe I'll make a guide for them in the future. Thanks a lot for watching guys, and I will see you in the next video.